guys. Thanks for checking out the video. We're going to be doing a Memorial Day tier list, all items Memorial Day related. I'm Jeremy.
I'm John.
And I'm Mikey, and I'm the man in the box.
And let's get right to it.
We should get right to it. So
Memorial Day, great holiday.
Great holiday.
Yep.
Lots of fare that goes into it.
Absolutely. What do you know about Memorial Day before we get right into it?
Oh, I know that it's a holiday. It's on a Monday. We get it off of work, pretty sick. Barbecues are encouraged, I believe.
Yep.
It's to celebrate the...
Okay, I got a multiple choice for you.
Okay.
If that would help you.
Yeah.
Memorial Day honors which group of people? All U.S. citizens, military veterans, soldiers currently serving, or U.S. military personnel who died in service?
That's the one.
That one.
That's the one,
D.
boys. That's the one.
God bless them.
God bless
S
everyone.
tier to the troops.
Yeah, so we don't even have the troops here as a option to put in the tier list because obviously S, support the troops. It's the troops.
The
It's
reason
S.
for the holiday.
Yeah, especially the fallen troops.
Jesus,
dude.
yeah. If you're going to support any troops.
You know, why am I going to get down on a dead troop, dude? That's not
Yeah.
nice. Yeah, support. I surely support the ones who passed,
Yeah.
but I thought that you want a couple other questions, get you warmed up for Memorial.
Yes.
All right. Which U.S. war led to the creation of Memorial Day? Do you have a guess before I give you multiple?
World War II.
World War One.
Nope.
Korean War.
Which one am I on? No. Is this true? Also,
Civil War.
yes.
The most Americans died in that war.
Yeah, that's true.
I think
Yeah.
so. They say. How can that be
this
true?
test is also made by ChatGPT. So,
That's fair.
If-
It knows about as much as we do.
yeah, the ultimate game is can you prove the ChatGPT wrong?
Yeah.
So if you want to,
Are you smarter than ChatGPT?
Yeah.
New game show with Jeff.
leave a
Foxworthy.
comment in the YouTube in there. If this is gonna be on YouTube, right?
Hell
of course.
it's on YouTube.
long
Yeah,
as
thanks for.
fucking-
Hey, well, like and subscribe.
Yeah,
no,
where am
but
I?
seriously, you have to.
Where is it? Yeah, you do have to.
You do
it's
have
like
to.
everything. It
Yeah.
would mean everything to us.
It's true.
Please.
Thank you.
What is the traditional?
You know what? Watch the video, and if you like it,
Yeah,
that's what I say.
Yeah.
It's the Cobra Guy's guarantee.
Yeah.
You get to the end of it, and you think, oh, that was pretty good. Then you have to subscribe.
Right. It's only fair.
Yeah.
Okay. What is the traditional time for a national moment of remembrance on Memorial Day?
5 o'clock
This kept
p.m.
No.
6:02.
Nope.
7
Noon.
a.m.
Nope. 3 o'clock p.m.
Why?
No, I have no idea.
It's a good Saturday. It's a good sun.
But every time I looked up, I was like kind of just looking up Memorial Day quiz questions.
Yeah.
That one's always on there, so that must be a big part of it. I think because there's a something that happens with the flags around that time.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Which flower is commonly associated with Memorial Day? You'll never guess this one. I'll give you multi-choice.
Okay.
Rose, sunflower, poppy, or lily?
Poppy.
Sunflower.
Poppy, Jeremy.
Because
You got
of
it.
the opioids. Right?
The opioids
They need
in
it on the battlefield.
on the Civil War. It was
Yeah,
all we had.
Exactly.
True or false? Memorial Day is always observed on the last Monday in May.
True.
I've seen it written that it's celebrated on the first Sunday in June.
But it's celebrated on a Monday, so I get it off.
You get
Yeah.
yeah. Hey man, this ChatGPT is saying the thing that I don't think it is, so I'm gonna go with it.
All right.
It's right. I think you guys are right.
Here's to us.
Here's to you.
us.
Yeah. All right, let's do one more. It also presented me with some Jeopardy style questions. So to see who could get a little bit of cash here on Memorial Day, that's what it's really about.
Yeah, quit the cash grabs. Buying mattresses, right?
Yeah. All right, you can each pick one question. Holiday history, symbols and traditions, U.S. military, Memorial Day versus Veterans Day, famous sites and ceremonies.
Ooh, goddamn.
John, what would you like? Do you need those categories again?
Memorial Day versus Veterans Day.
Okay. Now, how much money are you willing to bet? You can do anywhere from 100 to 500, and Jeremy will be able to do the same thing. If he ties, we go to another one.
All in.
Why don't we go
So you going
actual American
Oh,
$5?
shit. John, do you have $5? Wait, is this legal? Are we-
Oh, I have $5.
No, wait, we probably.
have-
I don't think you should be betting on.
All right, that's true. That's not appropriate.
That's not appropriate on Memorial Day. It's not about cash. You going for the big one, the $500 question?
Yep, all in.
Okay. In what year did Armistice Day officially become Veterans Day? He went for 500. Jeremy, now because he got so cocky, you can just go for $100 one.
Did it say what year? This guy has to come up with a specific year where Armistice Day became Memorial Day?
1924.
Actually, it said when Armistice Day became Veterans Day. Jeremy, you said it right.
Sorry.
What year?
1924.
All right, how about we give him 3 guesses?
I think that's fair.
Later. How's that?
Okay.
Later.
3 guesses plus hints? All right.
You get the same treatment.
1952.
Later.
1972.
No, it was 1954, John. You were so close with 1952.
Dude.
You Dorcas Malorcas. Jeremy, so that category is limited. You can't do Memorial Day versus Veterans Day. You have famous sites and ceremonies,
Okay.
U.S. military,
Okay.
or symbols and traditions, and holiday history.
Let's do that. Holiday history.
For how much? Now, are you just going to beat him by the single 100, or are you going to drill him into the ground with a little extra dirt, maybe a 300?
Let's go 100.
What was Memorial Day originally called? John probably knows what Veterans Day was originally called.
I know what Veterans Day was originally called. It was called Armistice Day.
Which is a badass name for a day.
So, Memorial Day. Can I ask a question?
Yeah. You can ask one question because
Okay.
it's $100.
Was it the same theme? Holiday. Or did they kind of change it?
Yeah, I'd have to look up exactly why it was called this. I guess it probably has something to do with...
Patriotic Endeavors Day.
Is that a real day?
No, I made that up.
That's a great guess. No, Decoration Day. Now, is that because of soldiers get decorated?
It would have to be.
All right, so the game continues because neither of you won anything.
Yeah, but he has less points than I. He has a negative 500, and I have negative
No.
100.
That's not how it goes.
You have to get into the positives, dude.
Okay.
All right, John. Holiday history is off the table. What, you don't like playing little trivs? Here we go. Symbols and traditions,
Okay.
U.S. military, or famous sites and ceremonies.
U.S.
He
military.
doesn't know any of this. This is awesome.
U.S. military?
Yep.
All right, what are you going for wager-wise?
200.
Okay. What branch of the military has a motto, Semper Fi, as heard in Doom when The Rock goes, Semper
Come
Fi,
on.
motherfucker?
The Marines.
That is correct. Jeremy, you can match him
Okay.
with, well, what do you think? We should go to a different category? Or if you can do 300,
Yeah.
you defeat him outright.
Let's do it. I'm going to defeat him.
What military unit guards the tomb of the unknown soldier 24/7? You're not.
Really?
Okay. They have a nickname and they have a real name. And their nickname is also the name of a Charlize Theron sci-fi action franchise on Netflix about a group of immortal warriors.
I've never seen this.
You might have, well,
Valkyrie.
nope. John, I guess you're victorious. It was the Old Guard.
Don't sound so disappointed.
Yeah, I was disappointed. I was kind of hoping Jeremy would be able to shove one right up your
I
butt.
cannot be defeated.
Did you know that answer?
No.
Jeremy, you could have got this. What's the highest military award for valor in the U.S.? You don't get it by stealing it.
Oh, Medal of Honor.
Yep. All right. That was a fun little game. They had a lot of Jeopardy categories in that.
Interesting. All right, let's get on to the tiers.
Let us get on to the tiers. So we are here talking about Memorial Day, things of the ilk of Memorial Day, like cookouts, celebrations, and parties.
Anything
Anything,
associated with Memorial
So
Day,
up
other
front-
than all that stuff.
And we're going to be tier listing on them on their value, the nostalgia of the item,
Personal connection.
Yep.
You know.
And then there's a lot of foods on here, so Flavor Station we're going to be going to.
Go to Flavor
Right.
Town.
We're going to be going to Flavor Station. Yeah. So the first thing up here we have is regular grill. You're talking about the circular grill. You see the one there. This man has too much food on his.
Far too much.
That's
Is that
how
a
it is.
tomato?
Yeah,
Yeah.
what is on there? Dude?
Yeah.
That is
Get
grilled
outta here.
tomato can be badass.
Yeah,
Fire
yeah.
scorched tomatoes, dude. Fire roasted, if you will.
A charcoal grill.
Yeah,
Okay.
I guess that'd be the way to put it.
Yep.
What are your thoughts, boys?
S, you need it.
S tier.
You can't have a cookout without a
There it
grill.
is. Well, there it is.
You know, you can't have your Memorial Day barbecue without a grill. Now, snooty people might tell you need different kinds of better grills.
Right.
But this is
But
the best grill.
This is,
it's the
Like
most
the food tastes the best cooked over charcoal.
durable,
An
reliable.
open flame.
You like to huff that lighter fluid.
Yeah.
Yep.
Don't do
Yeah,
that. That's bad.
don't do
That is bad. But you can smell it sometimes.
Up next, guys. Oh,
Ooh.
wait a minute. My pictures aren't right again.
Oh, no.
In a hilarious turn, but I'll just tell you about it.
Okay.
Baked beans.
F.
F,
You don't like
dude.
baked beans?
No, I like them, but not at a barbecue.
Why? They go on
John,
hot dogs.
John, you would agree. Baked beans, right? Something. They're not F.
No, they're not F. They're
C.
C.
Yeah.
All right, fine. I'm not going to fight you on that.
Yeah. Did you think we were gonna?
I'll just skip over them.
Yeah. You don't need to have all.
I'll eat his baked beans.
John,
That's
go.
fine.
John, let's go split ski on Jeremy's beans.
All right. Yeah.
All right,
Okay.
fine.
All right. Well, you know what? Compared to the next thing, the beans are bullshit. We're talking about beautiful
Ooh.
brisket, dude. The most badass of the barbecued meats, maybe.
Probably.
Don't you think so? It's the most succulent.
It's like I don't get invited places where they make that.
No, I've only had it from restaurants.
Yeah.
So
They-
S tier.
They didn't-
Definitely S
yeah.
tier.
But they don't cook that on that little grill. You know what I mean?
No,
No.
no.
That's a whole.
You need a
that's
smoker for that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that what they do?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like at that barbecue place we went to by the smoke shop.
Yeah.
They were definitely barbecuing brisket in there.
Ooh.
Yeah, you could smell it.
There might have been brisket on one of our burgers.
Yes, that was awesome. That was pre-heart attack.
Dude, damn. That was it. That was it. But wasn't it good, dude? We had
It was
such a
fucking
nice
aw-
meal there.
Yeah, it was awesome.
So, S, I agree with you guys. I agree with you. No. You're not going down there with beans, my friend. Okay. Up next, I went off of a couple, suggested lists online to try to cultivate and I thought this was fun, and I've always wanted to do it. Big Jenga.
Big Jenga.
You ever done Big Jenga?
No.
Nope.
Now,
Looks
they
fun.
They only had regular Jenga when we were in our barbecuing days.
Yeah. Yes. A game at the cookout.
I've never associated Jenga with Memorial Day or a barbecue.
I
So
agree.
I'm gonna
Well, I don't
say
know
F.
why are you being like games at a barbecue? That's not weird at all. But Jenga is weird.
No, I'm just saying I've never been to a barbecue where we play games.
Oh, that's sad.
No, like horseshoes. Or
Yeah.
maybe.
Volleyball,
Yeah, I guess so.
badminton,
Maybe an James.
Badminton? Definitely played some badminton.
Okay.
So I guess F because we don't think
Yeah,
it is
that's
in
weird.
fact have anything to do with it. I really just want
but
to talk
wouldn't it be
about-
cool?
Yeah, it would be cool. You're having some. You're young. You're younger. You're having some brewskis with the friends, and you're playing big Jenga, dude. Hopefully, there's no little kids there. They're gonna try and ruin
C
it.
tier is at least as good as beans.
I don't think so. You can eat beans.
You can play Jenga. I'll kick your ass at giant Jenga.
All right, I'm gonna go F with John.
All right.
Okay, here we go. Big time grill. Now this guy's ready to show you how to party.
Wait a minute. I didn't know there was
Ha.
2 grills.
I did.
Okay.
Whoa.
I saw
Wow.
it. I saw it earlier.
Jeez, John should slap you across the mouth the way he said that.
Big grill.
Big grill. See, that's why I wanted to have regular. Yeah, charcoal grill. Yeah.
Is that propane or is that still
Propane.
or is that still charcoal?
I think it's propane, but you can't see a tank, and there only seems to be a mysterious briefcase
Yeah.
under it.
That's the money in the bank
Yeah, that
briefcase.
grill's powered by the money in the bank. A tier.
I'm gonna say A tier
Yeah,
as well.
because it's like
That's nice, right?
you go to that guy's house and he thinks he's so fucking cool.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
And
right?
you can cook a lot of food on it, but it's not gonna taste as good as the
Mhm.
food from the hibachi.
And it's
Well,
like, look at how much that guy had on the other grill up there. He also cooked
Right.
a lot of food.
Yep.
Yeah. Let's say that the guy that would have this grill
kind of a douche.
Well, he's also being represented by this picture because I don't have a separate picture for a guy who thinks he's the grill
Well,
master.
then-
Yes.
Well, then that drops him to B tier.
Because he's the grill master, and that sucks.
That is kind of what I was trying to say by putting this grill on the menu.
He's got a little too much money for his grill.
I wish I had a better picture of the other
He
grill.
overpaid.
He overpaid.
He overpaid, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, B tier.
Because I also, I was going to put a full smoker on the list. Like, the full trailer smokers that the guys drive around. But I was like, that's obviously S tier.
Yeah.
Right,
That's
yeah,
S-tier
that's elite.
barbecue.
With a fucking
Yeah.
pig in it.
Yeah, with a... Okay, so B.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. It's kind of like, fuck this guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fuck that guy.
Like my Aunt Donna's husband, kind of a douche, you know?
All right, we have enjoying a campfire. Just a
Oh,
campfire. That's what
okay.
that represents.
Looks
that
like they're
photo.
having some drinky poos over
yeah,
that
drinky
campfire.
pools. Yeah, that could be part of it.
Some camaraderie.
Yeah.
The
A.
I'm going to say, yeah, S tier. I mean, that's about as good a time as you can have on a summer night.
And it's like
For
you've been
me-
there so long that you've all eaten the food and partied, and like everyone left who wants to leave early, and now everyone's kind of fucking getting fucked up and drinking around the fire.
Yeah.
There's probably a couple marijuana cigarettes.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
depending on
they're
the
having,
crowd.
They're having a good time. Look at all those smiles.
Definitely, probably S. Maybe I would say, is this a reason to put it in A? Like, it wouldn't be necessary for me. Like, if I went to a Memorial Day cookout and that didn't happen, it wouldn't be like that. It wasn't the greatest time.
I would only be enjoying that element of the cookout if I was the one who hosted the cookout. Because by then, it should only be the most...
Your best friends are there.
Right.
The elite of the elite.
Yeah, it looks like it's getting dark. Most people have gone home, and it's just the core group.
And instead of,
hanging
like, it's
behind.
the point where people are, maybe those guys are about to start leaving, you're like, hey, I could do a fire.
Ooh, shit, I
Do a
could do
fire.
a fire. I
Mm.
could do a
All right,
fire.
yeah, that's S tier.
Yeah, because the vibes around a fire. Really, if it had been...
Fire, good.
If the tier list was camping and it's fire, S tier. If it's...
Yeah, you die without
if
fire.
it's hanging out like anywhere or hanging out by a fire, hanging out by the fire is going to be S tier.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
just hanging out by fire is awesome.
Because when you think back
For
on
millions
that
of years,
cookout,
fire
you're going to
has been
think
S
of
tier.
that.
Yeah,
not,
you're gonna-
not the food.
Well, what
Well-
if you got Grillmaster Dave's out there
Well,
with his
I mean,
super
unless
grill?
it's, the best barbecue you've ever been to,
Yeah.
that's a different story.
Yeah.
It's
but-
funny, like, both those pictures represent kind of the two worst guys. It's like the guy with the small grill trying to do too much and the guy with the big grill doing too much.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true.
Okay, so we agree that's top. That's tops.
Absolutely.
Okay, so, damn, S tier's looking pretty nice. Somehow
yeah,
this guy
that's
pulled,
a good time up there.
Somehow this guy's pulled off his brisket in the tiny grill.
He has one of those green egg smokers we don't know about in the
Oh.
garage.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah. He cooked all the other stuff on that little
Oh,
grill.
Yeah.
Previously smoked.
Yeah.
Previously smoked. Okay. All right. This one, I don't know, a little drinky poo action. I'm talking about,
Specifically Capri Suns?
yes. You tell me you never enjoyed a Capri Sun in
Oh,
the
of
summertime?
course.
Absolutely.
course.
No,
Okay,
absolutely. That's
okay.
fun for the kids. It's fun
Yeah.
for the whole family, really.
I didn't know if I
I'll
was
drink a Capri Sun right now.
Dude, I would drink a Capri Sun.
But
right
it's
now.
not S tier.
No.
I
I would
don't know
say
that-
B tier.
And it's not A tier.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I would say B at the most, B or C.
Yeah.
well, you have
Because
to-
it's not necessary,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
if
but
it's there.
Is
it's
it in the
like-
top 4 drinks? No.
and we
No,
have way
it's
more
not.
drinks coming.
Okay,
C.
so C.
It's a fun surprise, though.
Yeah.
If someone ever asked me, ever, in any situation,
Do you want a Capri Sun?
or baked beans, I would definitely say Capri Sun.
Yeah.
There's,
Eh,
and I like, no,
I don't
shut
know.
up, John. Baked beans are fine, but
Well, Capri Sun is fine. There's nothing special about Capri Sun.
Yes, there is. The
The
way you
pouch.
put the straw in.
Yeah.
That's
oh,
what's special
yeah.
about it.
there's
That's,
nothing.
And then
that's
you go,
annoying. That's the worst part of it.
What? That's the best part. The juice would suck if it just came in a bottle.
Yeah, that's crazy. John's talking crazy. We got the right mind to put fucking it up at B with the way John's talking about it, but
What do you think? C?
yeah, I can go C.
Can we agree to C?
Yeah.
We can
That's
go
what I said
C.
it was.
Okay. Stop fighting with me, John.
And if we do decide it's in C, it's because John fucking said so. And those are the rules. Okay. Well, up next, let's see what we have. The humble cheeseburger. Well, I guess the hamburger's more humble than the cheeseburger.
It is true, yeah.
So I'll say the
The
humble.
audacious cheeseburger.
Yeah. The audacity.
That's an A.
Dude, a cheeseburger?
I would say it's an S because it's like the most
Yeah, you're
common grilled food.
Yeah, but I think
That's-
I think S should be reserved for the grill food that is the best of the best. Like A is wonderful, and that's what you're hoping for from a cookout, but it's not going to be the degree at which how good that grilled cheeseburger is pretty small. It's going to be delicious no matter what, but
It's mandatory.
it's mandatory.
Right.
That's why it's an
But
A.
it's
But-
like top tier delicious too.
But I could imagine going to a fancy barbecue and then being like, oh, no, we don't have burgers. We have brisket and ribs
Yeah.
and fucking.
Steaks.
chicken,
steaks,
grilled chickens,
yeah.
and meat.
So in that way, it seems like an A tier, not an S tier.
That's my
Okay.
belief.
Although I'm saying under those circumstances, purely, I wouldn't want to go to an S tier barbecue.
You've created this S tier barbecue that you have no interest in going
Right,
to.
I'm an A tier guy. The A is my S, so I don't know what that means.
I mean, this is personal preference, but I don't love the cheeseburger that much more than a hot dog. But I am a hot dog guy, so
Mm-hmm.
because a grill
Wow.
elevates both foods.
Yeah, it's true. You like that kind of cheese on it? The Kraft singles, I love it.
Yeah, I'm fine with it. I was born in the darkness, so
Yeah.
crafty singles is what it's at. Although I've been a white cheese man, white
Mhm.
American.
Yeah.
I don't know where I came up with that for my cheese preference.
We have a pound of it in the fridge right now.
Yeah. How about A?
Yeah.
We also have a pound of fucking bologna in there, which is the other fucking white American,
Not
most
eating
white
that.
American thing.
I
I'll
don't
tell
like
you, I had a
bologna.
few slices.
No.
And
Delicious.
no, I don't like
Yeah.
bologna, dude.
Whoa, did you see that?
Bologna
Yeah.
F tier.
That was strange. Okay, well, bologna's not on the list. Cheeseburgers, I can go A for cheeseburgers.
I love it.
I just
I'm
don't
good
know
with
if
A.
I want to go S.
No.
You know? Okay, up
It's
next,
a proud A.
another delicious treat. Oh, sorry. Well, we'll do chili dog, but I
Okay.
also have another food.
Chili dog specifically.
Yeah, chili cheese dog, a Sonic the Hedgehog.
B.
Do you think that it kept coming up in my research, we'll call it,
Is that an essential Memorial Day food?
or a cookout? It's also a cookout thing.
Yeah. I don't know. Because you got to make chili.
Yeah. Not
Gonna
wrong.
cook that outside?
Well, not. Some people just make chili in a can.
No.
Yeah, you can just heat it up
You
on the
just heat up
stove.
chili, yeah.
I'm gonna say A.
Damn, pretty hot. No, chili cheese dog is not as good as a cheeseburger.
No, it isn't.
So B.
Sure.
But do you
Why?
see?
What you think cheeseburger should be S?
Is that what you're getting at?
That's what I'm getting at.
Well,
But
you
you
gotta-
agreed to A.
Yeah, you agreed. So you can't keep shuffling.
I agreed to it because
Well, that's what you have to do when you agree to. You have to acquiesce to the power that it has at that level, not just keep it in your head as this secret S and compare everything to it as an S, because it ain't an S, Jack. It's an A, pal.
But if you're gonna drop the burger level to an A, then I think the hot dog is
That's not a hot
equal
dog.
to
That's
an
a
A.
chili cheese dog.
yeah,
There's
They're
going to
different.
be a regular
Yes,
hot
a
dog.
regular
Do you
hot
think
dog
they're
is-
the same?
pretty much.
I don't. I think a regular hot dog is better than a chili cheese dog.
Okay.
I have chili cheese dog at a B. That's where my heart is at.
Okay.
But I pulled the cheeseburger down to an A, so now John hates me. So I can't be sure. I can't be sure what's gonna
Well,
happen.
no,
Ruin the
if-
friendship.
If the cheeseburger is an A, then the chili cheese dog is a B.
Then I agree with that
I agree with that.
because I would rather have a cheeseburger than a chili
Yes.
cheese
yes.
dog.
Yes.
And again, I agree with you. I would rather have a cheeseburger than a brisket, but that's just a much higher class of a meat.
Yeah.
Okay. Jeez, we're getting into it here, guys. You got to take it seriously. You got to take it very, very seriously.
I'm going to start taking it even more seriously.
All right. Well,
now.
not pictured here because it wouldn't go into my slideshow. Grilled chicken. It looks good in the picture, I assure you. If you saw the
See, I'm going to just throw that out there, see where it lands. I don't think it's
Yeah.
that important to a barbecue.
Yeah.
I think I have the feeling of. I feel like beans should be at F the way that John feels said cheeseburgers should be at S. But I have to live by my own rules. I
Yes,
have to
exactly.
accept the beans as a C, which was in part due to you, John. The beans is on you a little. The onus of the beans.
This is all about compromising.
Yeah, that's true.
But if I go to a barbecue and I'm
getting a piece
now
of that
that I'm
grilled
heart
chicken.
healthy, yes, absolutely. That's
You're right.
That's great.
You
but
shouldn't be up here eating all this brisket
No,
and cheeseburgers.
No, but
This isn't a
if they were
fantasy
like,
world.
"Oh, what do you want?" I probably wouldn't be like chicken.
No.
You know, when I'm filling up my plate the first time, I don't think there would be chicken, unless someone who made wings.
Mm.
That's more of a party thing.
Yeah, that is more of a party thing.
Yeah.
All right, C, I guess. C for chicken.
Do you guys agree?
Yeah, I don't really feel like trying to make an argument for why I think chicken is as good as a chili cheese dog, but I do. But
I also do.
Oh, well, now that I have John as part of my alliance,
Here, Cabal.
perhaps I've
well,
grown
I'm
stronger.
not hard. I was just getting the conversation started.
Like, I think
Chickens is better than beans, right,
it's
John?
better than beans and Capri Suns.
I agree.
All right.
Hell yeah, dude. All right, now we're talking, dude. Okay, who's up next? Uh-oh.
F.
What is that?
Identify it.
Coleslaw.
Coleslaw.
F.
I don't like coleslaw personally, and I don't think
either.
it's important. I think it will wither out in the sun.
Don't you think it's going to be there, though? Didn't I have to put it on the
it's
list?
gonna be there.
Oh, it'll be there, yeah.
It'll be there.
Listen, I'll tell you
It'll
what.
stay
I say
there.
no be there.
I am a big fan of things like coleslaw, but that's an F.
It's a sunny time outside holiday. Things with mayonnaise in them aren't going to be holding up.
Guys, that's not the last thing with mayonnaise either.
I
There's going to
figured
be
not.
a bunch because that's going to. Although some of them I would go to battle for.
Okay, well, we'll get there.
We will get there, but first, Igloo cooler or any cooler. But I I wanted to get an image of 80s.
Yeah, I
cooler.
had that one.
Yeah, my family had that one too, or it was a Coleman, but it looked similar.
I would say A.
I would also say A.
That's a beautiful thing.
It's
wish
a beautiful thing.
you could sit on it, dude. It would
Yep.
have, by the fire, and then you stand. Oh, brewski, brother!
It can
And
hold beers. It can hold sodas.
Soda.
anything you
Yeah.
wanted to keep cold,
Iced
sons.
tea.
Teeny drinks.
Teeny
Your
drinks.
Capri Suns.
Yeah.
Yep.
John fucking tried to hide the beans in there for later, but we found them.
He wants his beans hot.
Of course.
I heard beans don't fry on the grill.
They don't.
Something.
So they're not good
No,
for
no,
a cookout.
they don't burn on the grill.
Oh, right. They cook up real good.
Yeah.
Jeremy's gonna fuck up making beans apparently because he doesn't even know the
I
fucking.
poured the
beans
beans on the grill.
Pour out the beans on the grill.
That's why I don't get beans, John.
That's why you'd rather a chili cheese dog
With beans.
with beans.
I have.
Yeah.
I put beans on my dog all the time, guys.
Yeah.
I just think it's like a C tier kind of a thing.
It's a trash snack, is
Yeah.
what that is. Okay,
Cornbread.
cornbread, my friends. Cornbread,
You got thoughts? You just made a noise.
He did make
Yeah.
a noise. He smacked his lips.
Yeah. Taste wise, that's an S tier for me. But Cookout, importance wise, I would drop it to an A or a B.
It's not. You don't expect it when you go.
Right.
Yeah.
I
that,
think you need to calm down.
that sounds
I think
right.
that's more of like an indoor
Yeah.
thing, like a.
Although eating cornbread outside,
Well,
you don't
there
need to
are-
worry about all the crumblies.
There
Yeah.
are types of cookout/barbecues where you it's you make all your meats outside and you make all your sides inside.
Yeah.
You
True.
know?
Yeah.
Man, I'm imagining the guy who,
But I never ate cornbread outside, so it's hard to imagine.
dude, it's glorious, dude. You can get the crumbs everywhere, like I was saying. The guy who has the brisket has also prepared probably some jalapeno cheddar cornbread as well.
Definitely. Yeah,
Yeah.
probably. I mean, A tier, I think is fair.
Okay.
I could go A or B.
I say A.
I
It's,
say
it's fucking
okay.
corn.
I love
yeah, I go
cornbread.
with
I mean, I
A.
love cornbread.
Yeah, me too.
All right, well, while we're talking corn, guys, we'd be remiss if we didn't mention, I don't have the photo apparently, corn on the cob.
Yeah, it's great.
Corn on the cob.
S.
Yeah, I think it's S.
Yeah.
Because everything, the nostalgia, the tactile,
It's really the best thing to
It's
put
the most
butter
perfect summer side.
on. Yeah.
and this motherfucker with the brisket and the
Mhm.
special cornbread, he's probably going to grill some of that.
I like
Corn on the
shucking
cob,
corn,
too.
too. I think it's fun.
Yeah.
It's a nice
that's
group
true.
activity.
S, we all agree.
Let's all shuck the corn together.
I'll shuck some corn.
Boom. See, there's the corn. They put it on a plate in the picture. I was having a hard time getting a good corn pic.
You wanted it with the things?
I don't know. I kept putting corn into the Google, and two different sort of things kept. I didn't mean to put the P in there. It's
Come on, dude.
No. It was all just Jonathan Davis stuff.
From-
We're gonna have a barbecue. Cornhole. Beanbag toss, if you prefer.
Fun.
If you find cornhole
Yep.
offensive. I love it.
We have a tournament at my work every year.
No way.
Wow.
Yep.
Do you dominate?
No, last year was my first year.
And you got your ass kicked.
Yeah, I
You
didn't
weren't
do
ready.
as well as I expected.
You're like, I'm a natural athlete. Don't
Yeah,
worry.
I was like,
got
this is going to be so easy.
You didn't train?
No, I didn't train. I should have trained.
Yeah. I've never actually done this at barbecue or Memorial Day celebration, but I would love to if I
Same.
did go to one.
I say A tier.
Yeah.
It's a good game.
It is fun. It is fun.
It's easier
Yep.
than horseshoes.
And it's
Hopefully
like-
nobody gets too competitive.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you want.
But that's with everything.
Yeah.
There's always an asshole who ruins stuff.
Yeah.
His name's Cousin John. Too competitive.
Well, you mean because he's gonna be all sad because I wrecked him? At fucking beanbag
Oh,
toss.
yeah.
John, I have been training always.
We'll put a fucking $20 scratcher up on the line.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Guys, I kept seeing this. Is this a thing you've had at a cookout?
Deviled eggs.
I've seen them at cookouts.
Yeah.
It seems to be a thing for cookouts when I
Yeah.
was searching
I've
about.
had it. I've had it at a cookout.
Okay.
It's all
very
right.
good.
I like it.
Where are you on that? I mean, I don't know. I certainly could never in a million years say that I like it more than beans.
I mean,
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Oh, that's crazy?
I mean, you're going to eat eggs out in the sun?
Yeah, it's basically worse than beans.
Eggs in the sun,
It's an
Jeremy?
F for
No,
me.
it's a good point, F, but it's still good. I mean, I'd have a fun time playing Jenga and eating eggs. So I guess any kind of barbecue I'm gonna have fun at.
But you will pass on the coleslaw.
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Argument at the barbecue?
Uh-oh.
F tier.
Now, I know it stinks, but does it make it, I think some people would be like, that's part of it, dude.
No way. That sucks. I'm leaving.
Yeah. I mean, the way we've been talking about stuff, now this one seems out of place because the way I had it in my head, we've been doing mostly stuff that it's easy to decide if you like or dislike. Clearly, this is a bad thing. No one wants this.
I think you just wanted to throw a couple Fs in just for fun.
So, F tier. Nobody wants an argument.
No,
That
get out of
doesn't
here.
make it better.
These people probably argue all the time. I hate them.
Yeah, totally. They're the worst.
Yeah, they're the worst.
Especially if you'll argue in front of everybody.
Totally. Oh, you have the
yeah.
audacity, dude.
Yeah.
Fireworks. I hate fireworks.
I think
well,
they're...
I used to, actually. I don't hate them as much anymore. Something in my old age, I'm like, yay, the lights in the sky.
I think
I'm
they're
just more simple.
overrated.
I agree. Very
And
overrated.
they can be too loud.
Guys, this is our chance to rate them
Yeah.
appropriately, by the way.
All
This
right.
is a rating system.
I like when I'm just doing stuff
In your house or outside?
or outside, and then I look up and I'm like, oh, they're doing fireworks right
Yeah.
now.
But, like, so
That's cool.
you're
But,
at
but
the-
being like, we're going to see the fireworks. I did like that when I was young, too.
you know what a dope place to see fireworks is, though? On a lake. That's
They
pretty
reflect.
sick. Yeah. And I'll always love thinking about the guys, like, out there on one of those floating fucking docks, like, setting the fireworks off.
Yeah. So not F.
No, I
No.
wouldn't say F.
I mean, for me, it would be like a B.
Yeah, I feel like I know that I don't like them as much as they should be enjoyed. There's no reason.
Neither do I.
I guess I get scared of loud noises a little bit. So whatever that is,
That's fair. B.
B. There we go. All right, here we go, guys. Come on, who doesn't like a nice, delicious fruit
Very
salad?
sorry, my friend.
No problem.
Just fucking got caught on his cord.
Okay, okay. Now that's
Fruit salad.
something to eat out in the sun. That's
Yeah, man. Berries are meant to be enjoyed in the
Yeah.
sun.
Yeah, that's true.
I love in a really well cultivated fruit salad like that one that has all the goodies.
Raspberries? Black raspberries?
hell yeah.
That's a great ingredient.
Yeah. All the berries, dude. Grapes.
I mean,
like
that's an S tier for me.
that one's making it look even more delicious.
S tier.
I can go S tier. I didn't know we were gonna get as much.
Even the kiwi? Look at that.
Yeah.
I'll accidentally be like, I don't know if I like you. I might get up in that kiwis. Least favorite thing in a fruit salad, and I don't even see it. Cantaloupe?
That's your least favorite?
Yeah,
Wow.
because all the other things are so bad.
Grapefruit.
No, melon. Sorry, melon's my least
Melon.
favorite. Honeydew,
Honeydew?
melon.
Oh,
Okay.
I like it.
I
It
li- I
is
like
a little
that.
bit bland.
At least
Yeah.
it's cantaloupe is at least softer
Yeah.
than
Yeah.
honeydew. But the second that a cantaloupe gets
I like cantaloupe a
soggy-
lot.
All right, well, At least
you guys should split some salad then. It'd be
guess we
perfect.
should split a
Yeah.
salad up, get that going. Now, you've heard of Little Grill, you've heard of Big Grill, cooked over the fire.
How many people are here?
Well, I mean, don't necessarily
38.
Yeah, I mean,
No, that sucks.
it could be a lot. It could also be a fire pit. You're cooked over an open flame.
Okay.
There are fire pits that are meant that have big grills on top. But yeah,
I got ya.
it doesn't have to be a Memorial Day party for 100 people.
Okay.
There's a Memorial Day party happening right behind us. There's probably like 7 people at that one. They could eat off that.
Okay. What do you think?
I mean, yeah, it's a little impractical. Having said all
A little
that,
unpractical, a little bit douchey, or those are just your circumstances? No, get a fucking grill.
no, like when I have
Or is this like real fancy guys do this?
well, when I have a cookout at my mom's house, she cooks over an open fire
All right.
with a fire pit type situation.
So how's it work out?
Oh, it's fucking delicious, dude.
Mm.
You put the fucking cast iron on a rock by the fire, and then you're doing mallows and shit later that night over the fire as they're intended to be.
All right. So what
It's
do you
sort
think?
of like the campfire from earlier, but you're also those people in
You're
that
actually
picture.
cooking there.
Those people in the picture were there the whole time. They were the only people there, and they ate earlier. But that's different. It does feel more like we're camping.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's S or even A necessarily, but I think that I don't want it to be F or C.
B then.
So then you want it to be B.
Yeah, well,
What do you
we're-
think?
I was thinking either A or B, so I'm good with B.
Yeah, B. You walk into a place, you see either the big grill or this grill, you're like, oh, it's not going to be a normal barbecue.
Yeah.
Something's going on here.
Okay. Having a catch. Having a catch. Throwing around. Maybe you got baseballs, but that seems unlikely. You're probably throwing a football around. Or,
whipping a basketball back and
yeah,
forth.
that's all you got. Or, you're having a kick. You're
Yeah.
having a catch. You're having a toss.
I love doing that.
Me too.
That's an S tier for me.
Throwing a football specifically back and forth. Actually, if I had my druthers, I would throw baseball, but I'm not bringing my mitt to the party.
Okay, I'll just let you guys say S. Not for me.
I think it's not S. I think it's A because it doesn't need to happen.
No, it doesn't.
So I would go A.
I don't like it.
All right, and Jeremy
Like,
doesn't
calm
like
down.
it.
Relax, you guys.
Yeah, we're over here.
Calm down and be still.
Yeah.
Do nothing.
Let's have a conversation.
100% of the time.
How about A then? Jeremy would have it at an F. So
Yeah,
I'll do A.
A's fine.
A's
let
good.
Jeremy play Jenga by himself and eat his fucking eggs. We'll be throwing balls around, eating
The devil
brisket.
made these eggs.
All right, you can't see it here, but hamburgers, regular hamburgers. In the picture, they're cooked over regular man's grill.
B?
Well, I think it's going to be the same as cheeseburgers.
I don't think so.
I don't think so. Cheeseburger is better than a hamburger.
That's why they invented
No,
it.
it isn't.
Yes, it is, dude. You're
Jesus
out of
It's
Christ.
the
control.
same thing.
No, it's not. It has,
One has cheese on it.
by definition, it
It's
has
a topping.
It has
Cheese is a topping on a hamburger.
No,
It
it's,
changes
no,
it into a cheeseburger.
Is something in a cheese is not a topping on a hamburger. It's a cheeseburger.
Of course it is.
No, it isn't. That's crazy. That's a hamburger.
If it wasn't melted, then
So
yes,
if I put
maybe.
lettuce on it, is it a lettuce burger?
Have you ever heard of a lettuce burger?
No, a
What
lettuce.
difference does that make?
No,
Have you
actually-
ever heard of a cheeseburger?
Well, I have heard of a lettuce
What-
burger, and it's when the bun is made out of lettuce.
Oh. I don't know how that works.
Okay.
I guess
Yeah,
but
yeah. Well, this is not the point of the tier list. Is Cousin John definitely wrong? It's yes, S tier, but
it's a lateral move from a
Yeah.
hamburger to a cheeseburger. So do you always eat hamburgers?
yeah. What's your preference?
Yeah.
You don't because you
Oh,
don't like
'cause you-
cheese?
I like some cheese. I'll eat a cheeseburger, but
So if this cheeseburger that's in the picture up here is there, or a regular hamburger unseen that you can't see a picture of, you're taking unseen hamburger.
probably.
John,
Ooh.
you want cheese on your burger?
Nah.
Okay.
Everybody else is having
Overrated.
Well, John, I accidentally made all of the cheese burgers into cheeseburgers because I thought, what kind of maniac would want a hamburger? Is that okay?
You know what John would say? No, I don't want any cheeseburgers, but I will have a hamburger with cheese. You're like fucking Burger King trying to order a Whopper. You gotta ask for the cheese separate. All right, so where does this leave us in the great?
I mean, I don't want to
guess-
fucking really just bully Cousin John. I feel like he's firm on this. Is there a B.5?
Where'd it go? I lost it. There it is. Well, it looks really good in the picture.
Yeah,
The
all right.
hamburgers actually look way better in the picture than the cheeseburgers. That's why I didn't want you to see the picture, John, because then you would have had
More
Dominion.
ammo.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, if someone did hand me a burger, if I was like, oh man, I really want this cheeseburger, and then they handed me the hamburger off a grill, I probably wouldn't. I wouldn't be that sad about
But
it.
if they-
because it's still a grilled hamburger.
If
which
like you
is-
ate it and then you're like, oh fuck, is there no cheese on this? You're right.
if I ate a hamburger and then I ate a cheeseburger right after it, then I might be like, well, cheeseburger's way better.
Mm.
All right.
All right.
All right, I can go same.
Yeah.
Same. Okay. Who's up next? Let's see if the picture's correct.
Wieners, hot dogs. Well, that's definitely an A.
Yeah, I wanted a better hot dog picture because that's not really what a grilled hot dog looks like to me, but I would eat that hot dog.
I'm talking about we want the black lines.
Yeah, I want that old school.
A.
Yeah.
I guess it's fair to have hamburgers, hot dogs, and cheeseburgers all in the same.
I want to go to the A, the A tier picnic.
You know
That
what?
looks awesome.
Honestly, they're having a catch. They have the cooler. They have the
plain-
cornbread,
Cornhole.
cornhole, all the corns. I mean, you have to go to the fancy one to get the corn,
Yeah.
but okay.
Next, cheese dog.
No, unpictured is horseshoes. I remember going
Worse
away.
than cornhole because
Yeah.
it's more dangerous.
Yeah, I would say that cornhole is more everyone can play.
Yeah.
Not anyone can just play. You can, I guess, you could step up. And
You got
try
to be a kind of
throw.
a cowboy.
Yeah. I prefer the game of horseshoes. I love horseshoes. It's probably if I could pick any game in a yard to play, it would be horseshoes.
There's a lot of kids running around. Now you're throwing horseshoes.
Yeah, if there's kids at it, I think you got to go beanbag toss so
Mhm.
that I could crush all the children at beanbag toss. I mean, it's not even going to be a contest.
So B.
yeah.
Yeah.
But you know what is badass if you're at someone's place and they have their own pit.
That-
that is cool.
yeah,
They-
totally.
But then that also means they're tossing shoes all
Iron
the time,
horseshoes.
so they're gonna kick your ass.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's true.
What did we decide?
Grandpa used to have one in his backyard, right?
Yep.
That's
That was
awesome.
awesome.
Was
And
it-
yeah, he had real horseshoes.
Yeah.
Which was
They're
hilarious.
heavy.
Like
Fro-
a horse's shoes.
Yeah,
that we're throwing.
Took it off his dang foot.
Yeah.
All right. Cooler of brewskis.
Fucking F tier.
Well, I mean that. I'm glad I don't drink anymore, and I never miss drinking. But an ice cold brewski, dude,
In the sun.
in the
Yeah.
sun, dude,
Yeah, it is pretty
that's
good.
Mhm.
crispy. That's
Yeah.
delicious.
Hmm.
And you're there. If you're at a barbecue, you've already signed up to be there to party a little bit.
Absolutely.
So you
no,
might as
I was
well-
just kidding.
Okay, yeah.
I don't drink.
Yeah. So you'd be like, damn, this cooler is full of nothing.
I'm like, where's the good cooler?
Yeah, don't worry, Jeremy. The good cooler's coming up soon. I would have to go. For
Gotta go A tier.
It's got to go A tier.
Yeah.
That's some cookout.
Yeah.
Memorial Day, I'm crushing brews on Memorial
Yeah.
Day.
Yeah. It's only fair.
Ice cold bottle of water. The picture's not coming up, but ice.
It's
cold,
right behind us, right?
Yes. I don't usually drink water.
No.
I should.
And that wasn't a staple when we were kids.
No,
But
no.
now it certainly is.
Yeah.
I would say B. I don't care about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
I'll get my water somewhere else.
Yeah.
I think
either I brought water or I'm drinking sodas.
like hopefully there should be some water there, I guess, in case of whatever. So I'm kind of thinking C, dude. Like if I got to a
Yeah.
barbecue and there was no water, I'd be like, whatever.
But that would almost never happen because it's one of the cheapest things to buy for everybody. So if you're doing a barbecue and you can't get sodas, you're going to at least get waters. And if you're getting sodas, you're definitely getting waters also.
Yeah.
Right?
Goddamn price of a case of water these days. It's getting close. But
True. But you're going to Costco or something if you're having a
You-
barbecue.
You're going to bundle up. So you think B? I think horseshoes are way cooler than water.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I mean, I just think it's omnipresent. But I don't
Everything
love it.
here should, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so can you get behind C?
Yeah, absolutely.
I could.
Fuck
Okay,
water.
yeah. I mean, obviously, if it's water or a Capri Sun, again, I'm drinking the beans. You know what I mean? I'm drinking them beans. All right, who do we got up? Come on, send us something tasty. Ooh,
Sodas.
That's the one Jeremy's looking for,
Dude, A tier.
at least.
It's right there with the brewskis.
Now, sodas could be S tier.
I would say S, because, I mean, you really can't eat that brisket without something to
Coca-Cola.
drink.
That's actually a great point.
And
And that's name brand soda, actually. I didn't realize that.
this is the good stuff. Nobody's putting RCs in here.
Yeah. Yeah, that's S tier soda. Sprites and Cokes. Holy shit.
Can you imagine? That's an expensive cooler.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's an easy one.
Yeah.
Cooler or brewskis, that's all well and good, but yeah, and it's more versatile. The cooler
At
with
the
drink.
S tier barbecue, you'd be drinking like fucking crushed margs, you know?
Yeah, yes.
They're doing frozen drinks.
Yeah.
Yep. Kool-Aids.
That seems like a C tier to me.
Yeah, Kool-Aid isn't better than Capri Sun.
No, it's worse.
Oh, right, yeah.
F.
Like they
say F.
mixed up a fucking batch
Yeah,
of
dude.
Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
They're pouring it out to everybody. Yeah, no.
See? Packets. Boom. Disgusting.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. All right, not pictured, unfortunately. Heinz ketchup. A bottle of ketchup. How integral is a bottle of ketchup to a cookout, I ask you? Kind of sounds like you know where I'm coming from.
S tier?
At least
I'd
A.
say at least A.
A, yeah, okay. It's A.
Because, you know what? There's nothing on the S tier that we need to put ketchup on. All that stuff's
That's
on
actually, no, that's a great
all
point.
that stuff's
You're
on the A
right.
tier.
Because once you get to a fanciness quota,
No, they made their own
They-
fucking Chipotle ketchup.
yeah,
Chipotle is what
Some
I call it.
aioli.
Yeah, some aioli. Aioli. I love aioli, though. All right. The koozie. The humble koozie.
I kind of like to see them sometimes.
I like to see him, but I don't give a shit. I'm
I
pounding.
would
I
never
think they're
use one.
pretentious.
A drink has never lived long enough.
You
to need
can't
a
put
koozie.
it down with the koozie.
No, it falls over.
Yeah.
Cans are designed to sit down.
F koozies suck.
Yeah, fuck
Koozie.
koozies.
Fuck koozies.
Go to hell, koozie.
Or it doesn't want to. It's like, no, I keep your drink from...
No, you don't.
You're like,
the
no.
ice kept it cold, and I'm going to drink it fast.
Dude, and then it's like, oh, well, it'll help you with the condensation on the can. No, now my koozie's soaking wet.
Yeah, now I gotta wash this fucking thing.
Yeah, I'm throwing it into the woods. All right, what do they have next? How about a big old jug of lemonade? I hate lemonade, but I don't think that
I
should
like it.
affect
Excellent summertime drink. It's
Yeah.
the color of the sun, which you have to appreciate. It's made from the solar rays,
Yeah,
you know?
I would take a pitcher of a lemonade is more badass than a pitcher of Kool-Aid.
It's actually
Yeah.
pretty classy.
If you had
Yeah.
a pitcher of
I would say
lemonade,
it's it's-
actually, I don't even like lemonade, but if you had
S tier?
if you had a pitcher of it, I'd be like, well, fuck, I'll take
Or
a
like
splash.
True. Or like they have the little things where you push the button and it
Oh, like the
pours out the
Gatorade
front.
thing.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes you see that and there's lemons in it and shit.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I used to make those.
So
in my
A or
lifetime.
S, I would say,
yeah.
regardless of personal taste, it's just
I would
you
say
know,
A
that's
anyway.
nice.
Whoa.
A?
Whoa. A? I was thinking B, dude. Lemonade isn't as badass as ketchup, dude. Get out of town. Lemonade
okay.
isn't as quintessential as a fucking
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, you're right.
cheeseburger.
You
Doesn't-
are right.
Doesn't really stack up with the rest of A. So.
You have some lemonade with your fucking cooked over the fire chili cheese dogs.
You're right. That's
grilled
nice.
chicken.
Yeah, grilled chicken and lemonade. It goes
But could
together.
you see an S for a second if you think about it?
The
yeah, I
badass
could see that.
this
yeah.
one from the picture?
Yeah.
That's a hellacious
Sitting next
jug
to the
of
bowl of fruit salad.
Ooh, shit.
But if it was just a jug bought from the supermarket,
And that's what it's going to be.
okay.
I'm not having that. I'm hunting
Is
down.
it Crystal Light?
It could be. You're
Okay,
not
then
sure.
that's not S tier.
I'm hunting down that.
It would only be freshly squeezed and made lemonade,
If it was S, then it would have to be. Yeah, it's not.
like the catering company brought it.
They put it in a pretty jug, but that's Crystal Light, bitch.
Yeah,
That's what
that's
is.
just a creative party holder.
Huh. The most humble of all the humble items. Pop-up plate.
I mean, you need them, but those aren't the greatest paper plates.
Yeah, but they are the paper plate.
they are.
Yeah.
The best paper plates are like the hard ones.
Yeah,
But those are too
the ones
expensive.
that they say like this is for cookouts.
Yeah, that's true. But nah, dog, we ain't got enough money for them cookout plates.
B.
But no, you can say it's the other one.
Oh, okay. If it's the other one, it's an S, or at least A.
I was gonna say S or A if it was even these ones because it's better to have paper plates than anything. Than
Yeah, but
nothing.
you can't really eat that brisket or even the corn on the cob on a paper plate.
Yes, you are right. Not that.
Or
paper
even
plate.
that fruit salad.
I can eat that fruit salad on that paper plate.
Better eat it fast.
I will. I'm intending to.
A, because you could have a cheeseburger, a hot dog,
Yeah.
cornbread all on that plate.
Okay.
plop of ketchup on the side
Yep.
with your fucking Bud Light. You're good to go.
That's
It is
true.
a good time.
Yeah, that's
true.
a nice cookout.
Okay. Let's see. Oh, now I need to be able to see. Oh, it's going to get more complicated and
Okay.
a little less pretty up there, but before that, actually, sorry, I don't want to lose track. Mustard. How important is mustard at the cookout or the Memorial Day, whatever?
Well,
you wanna
some
call it?
people refuse to eat ketchup on their hot dogs. I'm just telling you that.
Mm-hmm.
I know I don't like.
I'm
hearing
one
it.
of them.
And
What'd you say?
he's one of them. He's a mustard only man.
Yeah.
'Cause
Ketchup on hot dogs is for children.
Well, I don't want to grow up. I'm a Toys
I
R
like-
Us kid.
I like the
motherfucker.
Holy Trinity.
Yes.
All
Ketchup,
three?
ketchup, relish, and mustard.
I can go with that.
That's fucking on a hamburger.
At a fucking.
First of all,
yeah.
that's awesome.
Relish on a hamburger. Don't sleep on it.
I know, yeah.
Mm.
It's not A.
It's not the same as ketchup, though.
Yeah.
It's a B.
It's not as
Although I love a spicy mustard, I think if we're doing condiment tier list,
which is
spicy
a whole
mustard
nother
would
list,
be very
Jack.
high for
Whole
me.
nother list. I think mustard. I think it's got to be B, dude. I can't have mustard up there with ketchup. I didn't name
Yeah.
any of our podcasts after mustard.
it's true. I think B.
John,
You
you
think
gonna,
A?
I mean, yeah, I think mustard's better than ketchup. So
all right, they belong together.
They're a team.
They belong together. They don't want to be apart. Look at them.
You're right.
Well, yeah, ketchup and paper plate are friends also.
Yes.
All right, macaroni salad or pasta salad.
I don't like it.
I
But-
don't like it, but it's always
It's always there.
yeah.
and I
Yep.
like it more than coleslaw, and I would absolutely be having some of it.
Okay.
I'll tell you that.
So,
So I
what
can-
do you think?
I think it's fine to be the same as beans at C.
That's what I was thinking.
And I don't see you making a big case for it to push to B, Jeremy. So I
No.
think I probably got final call
Yeah,
on that.
it's a
Okay.
C.
C. All right.
The worst.
Whole mess of plastic utensils.
I mean, I guess you
What
need
else
them.
are you going to have?
You can't put out metal utensils,
Yeah.
but
Well,
they
you
usually
could.
break, and you could.
They do
And
usually
it
break.
sucks. But the key is not to really need them that much.
Right, to hamburgers, hot dogs.
I guess the fruit salad.
What's the
you can
guy
eat with a
serving the
fork.
brisket
Yeah, and
going
the
to do?
macaroni salad.
That
and-
guy's got like silverware.
No, he has like heavy duty, something between maybe. Well, brisket's not that crazy. I mean, you can still eat it with a ideally, you should be able to eat it with the plastic fork because it'll be so tender.
just not those white ones. They they have like the clearer. They're like clear and they're like thicker.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or
Well,
heavy
you
duty.
can pretend they're the best version of.
That looks like the
plastic
forks you get
utensils.
from Chinese food.
It was just a picture I got.
Okay,
Pretend that
sorry.
it's plasticware that's the best version for a barbecue. I'm just saying utensils. How important are utensils?
S.
A,
I think A, yeah.
Okay.
because you don't need them for everything.
Although I know
No.
we're playing with this, what could you eat at the S tier, and you would need it the most there with the fruit salad.
Yeah, you
and-
would absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. It fits into
Brisket.
that barbecue. Yeah,
I think it has to be S because you
Yep.
need it to eat the S items.
I guess that's kind of what it's turning into. We're planning 5 barbecues.
Yeah.
One that's super awesome, and then all the way
Jeremy's
down.
old eggs and Jenga.
I guess that makes sense though.
It does, yeah.
Jeremy has his Kool-Aid in a koozie. Okay.
I got a Kool-Aid jammer at mine.
Ooh.
What's that?
that?
It's like a squeeze it, but it's Kool-Aid.
No, I think he's talking about the picture.
No,
Oh.
yeah.
Couscous.
Nope, that is potato salad with egg. I specified that it's with egg because that's how I prefer my potato salad.
I love that potato salad.
I love this. This has to go at least B for me because it's better than the pasta salad and the coleslaw, and it's just as ubiquitous as the macaroni salad, if I'm using that word correctly.
Yes. Talking about my mom's potato salad.
Hell yeah, dude. If I have to get specific, well, if it's your mom's potato salad, technically that's an S.
That's
But
an S.
Oh, Cousin John's making faces about your mom's potato salad.
Why you don't
No,
like it?
Any potato salad.
Well, then your opinion's worthless.
Yeah, so you have to not have an opinion.
Yeah.
And you have to be happy about it, I guess.
I could go A though, or S.
John's
No,
gonna
it's
lose
S.
his mind. Is it S? Well, your mom's potato salad is S, but this is not.
Just potato salad at the barbecue.
You're gonna be lucky to get really good potato salad at a barbecue,
That's true.
unless your mom is there.
Yeah.
So I could go B.
All right, I could go B.
Have it be known, in John's personal tier list, he threw it in the trash.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't expect you guys to want any of the things that have mayonnaise in them.
Like, I don't drink beers. We didn't put them in F.
Yeah. That's true. That's true. Okay. Ooh, yum, yum. I hope this picture works. Ah, come on, man. All right, cup.
Red Solo cup.
Red Solo cup.
You don't really need them.
No. I'd say C.
Ideally, everything's in a can, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like, did you get a keg for Memorial Day?
And as soon as you put it down, the wind blows it away once it's empty.
Shit, the wind blowing it away.
Everybody's got a red cup.
F, boys?
F.
Yeah.
Yeah.
C was lucky.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, there's not a picture, but it looks decadent.
Put it in your koozie.
Yeah, it looks decadent, rich, and delicious. I'm talking about barbecue pulled pork. Barbecue
That's
pulled
S tier.
pork.
That's
I
S tier.
love pulled
The
pork.
amount of time that it takes to make that.
See that pulled pork there? In the little picture?
Oh, yeah.
John, opinions on pulled pork. You don't sound impressed. Your
It's
silence.
good.
Okay.
You think it's S tier or?
For me, it's A tier. I don't think it's better than...
A cheeseburger?
Right. And I don't think it's as good as a smoked brisket.
Wow.
They're not pulled pork, you
But
know.
pulled pork's way better than a chili cheese dog, right? Or a regular chicken, right? Unless that's got some good barbecue sauce on it.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, chicken can be... Sometimes chicken...
Right. Let's
can be
imagine
really
it's good. Let's imagine it's pretty good chicken. It's not dry ass.
Well, we're not moving the chicken, are we?
No, I'm just saying that, no, even at its best, it's still just chicken, dude. It's a
Yeah.
B. But it's not dry ass chicken. Is pulled pork better than chicken or the big...
Yeah, pulled pork's definitely better than all that shit.
So, John, you're all right with that? Pulled pork at an A tier,
Yeah.
but not at an S tier, because it's not better than a hamburger.
Right. I don't
We're
think
talking
so.
like from like a pig? Like he cooked a pig and made the pulled pork?
No, he cooked a bunch of pork loin and smoked it and then shredded it himself with a fork.
Oh, okay.
Probably the same guy who made the brisket made the pulled pork, to be honest.
It's not like a whole pig.
No, I don't think people make pulled pork out of a whole pig.
They do. I've had
They
it.
shred it right from the pig?
Right from the
That's
butt.
some fancy ass pulled
Well,
pork.
no, it's just like pulled pork you would get at a barbecue where you aren't cooking an entire pig.
Okay.
Because I would have put whole pig.
Yeah, luau style.
Yeah, luau style.
Yeah.
That's a whole nother animal. Well,
That's the only pulled pork I've ever had at a barbecue. It was very fancy.
I've had out of the container.
Yeah, like
all-
Lloyd's pulled
Lloyd's,
All right.
I-
That is like
I also
not even A tier.
Yeah.
Lloyd's pulled pork, the microwave kind? I mean,
Yeah,
it's
that's not it.
pork. Or any
fine.
kind of store-bought pulled pork.
But it could be pulled pork.
That's not as good as a cheeseburger.
There is an in-between pulled pork that is Lloyd's and is straight from the pig. You know what I mean? Like, we used to have barbecues at the cafeteria I worked at every week, and she would just make the pulled pork, from like a pork loin in the oven,
Okay.
and then add barbecue sauce to
Alright.
it.
So, okay. I'll go A if you guys want.
I actually forgot where I started on the pulled pork. I don't remember if I was
Hey, where are you now?
I guess I kind of almost don't care where the pulled pork goes, but A or B.
That's what I'm...
I
would
don't
say
think
A
it's
or B.
S. A or B? So that's A. It sounds like A to me.
I say B.
Okay, would you rather a cheeseburger or pulled pork?
Cheeseburger.
Me too. My first
too.
instinct was cheeseburger as well. Well,
Yeah.
all right. Sorry,
Yeah, pulled pork is kind of, in that context, it's similar to the chili cheese dog. We're like, yeah, I'll get one.
Yeah,
I'll get it maybe
it's
if I go for
good.
thirds.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
You
I
got to
find-
get all the good shit first.
Yeah, that's true. I want cheeseburger. I want hot dog. And then I'm like, there's no more cheeseburgers. I will have hamburger. Thank you very much. All right. Up next should be relish if our pictures are. Now, relish. Is relish as important as ketchup and mustard?
I don't really think
No.
so.
Now, it has to be relegated to at least a B, if not less.
Yeah, but it's kind of like, oh, relish.
But I like relish.
I
Me
do.
too.
I would put it at a B.
Yeah, B's fair.
Okay, well, we're a relish people here because I also would go B. I think some people don't fuck with relish. Especially on a hamburger, which they should.
Yeah, it is nice. That's nice.
Do you do that, John?
Yep.
Nice. Come on, can we get something tasty in here or what? Ooh, now.
Oh, spare ribs?
The pictures, I mean, they're ribs. Let's just
Oh,
say
okay.
generally ribs.
Like
but
a
those
rack of
are,
ribs?
Those are spare ribs. Those are spare ribs, you're right. But let's say rack of ribs.
Okay.
Any ribs.
That's crazy. I've never
Inappropriate?
I've never
Well, the guy
been
who-
to a barbecue where they're like, "Do you want a rack of ribs?"
Well, yeah, they might cut them up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's usually
You wouldn't
what they
get
do.
served a whole rack
No,
of
it's
ribs,
like you
but
just
you would
grab
cook
a
them.
rib.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And how do you feel about it?
Really, I mean,
I mean, the guy who makes the brisket's making ribs.
yeah.
Yeah, that's a fancy thing. That's an S tier. Takes a lot of effort to make that shit.
And the payoff of ribs, I don't love. The meat to effort level.
Yeah.
Sometimes it can be a bit not.
But what if you're not the one making the ribs? You're just eating the ribs.
Ooh, you're right. That
And
is
what if they're
more delicious?
great and the bones slide out?
Mm.
Damn, dude, the bone.
You know, what if they're great?
All right, I can go S tier.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, mostly because I really want to go to this fucking S tier barbecue. It looks
Yeah.
nice.
Delicious.
yeah.
We're gonna have to eat something at some point, boys.
Oh,
This is
yeah.
getting out of control.
Oh, yeah.
I'll go to those top 3 barbecues.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Even the B
I'll
looks
go
fine.
to fucking Jeremy's fucking deviled eggs.
I
Fucking
want to fucking be like the movie The Warriors, where I'm running home, but I keep stopping at different barbecues.
I like that. Slip and slides.
F. You're gonna get hurt. Enough. Hey, you kids. Stop having so
Yeah,
much
that means
fun.
that there's kids
They're
there.
screaming.
Ooh, that's a
They're
good
wet.
point.
They had to wear bathing suits. It's a whole thing.
You know what I think of when I think of it is running-
Rocks.
Rocks. Ooh, I
Yeah.
forgot about rocks.
Yep.
But like, you know, you're going for the slip and slide. It's your angle is off, and it's not quite wet enough, so you just hit it with your chest. Like you just
Yeah.
you don't go in the right way. You just come at the ground at a bad angle, and you go poof. Ooh.
Plus Crocodile Mile. Much better.
Yeah, that's true. Can we put some games on this? And is your slip and slide just a tarp, a wet tarp?
Right.
Yeah.
So
If some drunk asshole's going to try to do it.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, kumbaya or guitar playing around the fire. There's a picture here. See it?
F. Here's all the attention you ordered, sir. Unless it's Uncle Jose.
This guy's
Yeah.
getting boom roasted. Unless it's Uncle Jose.
In which case,
What
like,
if it's
yeah,
not
get
a
him.
guy that you kind of don't like? What if it's a guy that you generally
He's got
are,
some charisma.
you're very into him and he's doing a good job,
Then that's cool.
but it's not wicked cool, right? John, how cool is it? How annoyed are you, even if the guy's killing it? He's singing fucking
But then it's
Bye
like,
Bye Miss America.
it's like you can be doing it and being like, oh, this is nice, but then you start going too hard and you're like, oh,
It depends. Yeah, is he like commanding the center of everyone's attention, or is he just kind of jamming almost like to himself, like kind of more in the back?
He's commanding attention.
Damn.
We're clapping.
The babes are loving it, dude.
The babes are
loving
fucking
it.
loving it.
Now I gotta the other. I think you're describing the other guy because that guy sounds cool, right? The guy who's just playing guitar by himself because that's what he does.
Well, he's not
He's noodling. He's noodling.
He doesn't need everyone there to be looking at him while he's doing it.
I'll say this.
He's just doing it to provide some.
I don't like people
music.
that play instruments.
Wow.
Sorry. Shut up.
All right, John. How do you feel about human beings that play instruments?
I like human beings that play instruments.
Yeah.
Okay. I just want to throw it out there.
I can't go above B, obviously. This.
Yeah,
either one of the guys
I wouldn't
is,
go above
Yeah,
B.
either one of those guys is still a bit of a Dorcas Malorcas as far as I'm
Right.
concerned.
Yeah.
Play your guitar at home in your room by yourself.
Yeah,
That's how I do it.
B or C.
We're going to go C. I say that this guy, he's straight macaroni salad, dog.
Yeah,
That
pretty
guy,
much.
I'm sick of his macaroni
I'm
salad.
just going to take a Capri Sun and get out of here.
Leave this party before this guy starts doing fucking Wonderland. Wonderwall.
Wonderwall, yeah.
Yeah.
You guys ever heard this one?
Yeah. Wonder Boy is what I meant to say, so I was double
Well, if
wrong.
it's a funny song, that's one thing.
That's okay, yeah. I have had some good times singing some funny songs.
Yeah.
Man being pushed into a body of water or leaping into a body of water. with not dressed appropriately. That guy in the picture looks thrilled. Artificial intelligence didn't quite know what I was going for. That guy was like standing by the pool going, "Me, push me in the pool." We're like, "Fine, dude, go in the pool."
Oh no, nobody pushes me in.
Fuck off, Todd.
I'm on the edge.
I'm on the edge.
I don't love it.
Yeah, I don't give a shit.
Unexpectedly being pushed in the pool. Like, you
Okay,
know.
guys. I don't know. I just thought it'd be good for a larf, but apparently that's some F tier bullshit. How about sweet tea?
Ooh.
I mean, that is a majestic picture.
I love
of
sweet tea.
I think it's going to be at least right there with lemonade.
Yeah.
Sweet tea's better than lemonade.
I agree.
I agree. It
So
would
I
be
could-
quite the treat if you got to a barbecue and they were like, "We have sweet tea."
Cheeseburger,
With a lemon wedge.
cheeseburger, cornbread, sweet tea,
Yeah.
little bit of beanbag toss,
I'm
Yeah.
having a good time.
and you got a paper plate to carry it around on.
Now we're
Come
talking.
on, dude. That's A tier all
Yep.
day. And I'm not even a big sweet tea fan, but I've always just loved it by name. I think it's perfect.
Yeah.
And I have had some good sweet tea.
Seems like in the South that would be a S tier, but we're
Yeah.
not from the South.
I've never had sweet tea as good as this sweet tea in the picture. That lemon wedge is nice.
Mm.
Swimming. Now, this is
Now, I like swimming.
let's
but
say that it's lakefront property cookout from a household. You know,
I can
like
kind of
from
think I
camp.
might have done this, yeah. But it is kind of early in the season. It's cold out.
You're right. Summer has really not begun.
Like it was
Yeah.
50 degrees yesterday.
Yeah,
that
I-
would have been
And
brutal.
Memorial Day's in like 2 days.
yeah.
Right.
But
Pretty
Memorial
cool.
Day weekend swimming, something about the water with Memorial Day weekend does seem right.
It is going to be your first opportunity probably to get away. You know, traditionally.
Yeah. Not
Swimming,
F.
swimming is awesome. The act of swimming, I love. If I could swim every day and teleport to a pool, I would.
Yeah. And it's like we're doing Memorial Day weekend down on the
At the
lake,
Yeah.
and we're having a cookout Monday.
Yeah, we're going up down to Pawtuckaway. We're going to go fucking
And
swimming.
yeah, of course you're gonna want to maybe jump. Someone's gonna jump.
I'm going to
wanna
jump in the
get
goddamn
there.
lake.
Yeah.
I think for jumping the
B?
lake purposes, it has to be.
It's above
yeah.
getting pushed in the lake for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it above paying someone $50 to jump in the lake with all their gear on? Do you think it could be A? Think of
No.
I think not only because it's so early in the season,
Right.
the water is going to be really cold.
Like if this was
If it
4th of
was-
July,
Yeah, that's
it could
different.
be a pool also. If that changes anything, that doesn't change how cold it is. So
no, then
Right.
some douche has to own a pool.
that guy sucks.
Let
Well,
you
he
be like,
probably is the guy who might be making the brisket though.
Yeah, you're right.
The guy who makes the brisket might own a pool.
Most likely owns a pool if he
Yeah.
has a smoker.
All right, so B then swimming.
Yeah.
If he owns a smoker, yep. Okie dokie.
Great picture. I want to be there.
Yeah, that's nice. That looks like the whatever that state park was that was across the lake from our childhood
Yeah.
lake.
It actually
getaway.
kind of looks like in Rentham, Lake Pearl Park.
Oh, I never went there ever.
Very nice. It's like a beach, but there's a lot of grass and
Hmm.
trees.
I always wondered because you can't really see what's going on from
Very
over the
exclusive.
from over the hill. If you're driving by, you can only see like the crest.
Kind of keep the pores out.
Yeah, that's true. And there was, I mean, I guess that a lot more pores snuck into that town than they were planning on.
Yeah.
Like, damn, his damn pores are everywhere. We're gonna build whole places for him to live. Who we got next? We got. Now these guys look really bummed about it, and I didn't love that. But a thunderstorm at the party.
Yeah, I mean, I like extreme weather and everything, but that's not nice. Nobody likes that.
Yeah, not during a cookout.
Yeah.
It's a
What if
It
F.
you've
ruined it.
What if you've already eaten?
If you want everyone to get the fuck out of your house, I guess it's good.
What if they have a porch?
No, I don't like it.
All right, boys, that's fair. I tried my best for you. Thunderstorm during a cookout, a inherently bad thing. I tried my best.
Like
There's a time and place.
yeah.
Now, is there a time and place at the party For a water balloon fight, John?
Oh, absolutely.
How about a little WB fight? Little water balloon. You get into that?
Yeah, that'd be fun. If all of a sudden there was just a bunch of water balloons around, and
Oh,
we're
the
chucking
guy.
them at each
Yeah,
other.
the guy who doesn't have a bin full of water balloons?
Who's that?
The fucking brisket guy. He
I
doesn't
agree.
have that.
No.
Yeah, that's an A tier.
Yeah. That is an A tier.
Yep.
That's a fun activity.
Yeah.
It's hot. It's not that hot, so it's still cold, but you can get hit by a balloon. That'll wear
Unless
off.
it is cold
Yeah.
out. You ever been at a Memorial Day where it's a little cold? You're like, oh yeah.
Oh, and some
Yeah.
and some dick comes out with water balloons.
Yeah, that would suck. So maybe knock it down to a
Yeah,
B.
we're gonna knock that down to a B because inappropriate timing for the Memorial
Yeah, the
Day.
douchey guy with the huge grill is like, well, I'm going to do water balloons. You're like, isn't it a little cold for that?
His wife's like, Chet, don't do the water balloons.
It's going to be so awesome.
Carol, let me do the water balloons. All right, let's see who's left. We got 2 left. I don't know if you guys saw him down there.
I
but
did.
Watermelon slices.
S tier.
S.
Couldn't agree more.
Unequivocally.
And just because
That's a fun time snack.
That's a fun
Yeah.
time. Yeah, I mean, kind of like, if we were reorganizing this
Yeah.
S tier, dude,
Yeah.
I put it up here. I put it all the way right at the beginning.
It's the number 1 S.
And it's not pictured, but wine coolers.
B?
Kind of a lackluster.
I mean, if
one.
you're going to have a bunch of beers, you might as well throw a few wine coolers
Yeah,
in.
yeah, yeah. B or C, I'm fine with. John?
I would go B.
B?
Yeah. Like,
The ladies like the
Smirnoff
wine
Ice.
coolers.
The
Yeah.
ladies like them.
Mike's
Sometimes
Hard.
sometimes you want a little flavor.
Yeah.
Sometimes you want a delicious.
Oh, and Mike's Hard.
Yeah. A strawberry daiquiri.
Twisted
Seagram's, I'll take it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I won't because I don't drink, obviously. But all right, there we have it. The Memorial Day tier list. To S tier items at the S tier barbecue, you'll have watermelon, old school grill, brisket, a campfire, corn on the cob, fruit salad, a cooler full of colas and Sprites, quality utensils, and some nice ribs.
We did it.
Sounds like a good time.
That ain't bad. Then down to A-list, you got your fucking ketchup, your mustard, your paper plates. You got everything you need. You're going to have a catch. You're going to toss a bean bag. You got things in the cooler.
Good food, simple food,
Burgers,
couple
hot
activities.
dogs.
Yeah, pretty much quintessential. S is like a little top.
Fancy. Yeah,
a
that's
little
top
fancy.
notch.
And then B is right on the verge of trying too hard, but still pretty good stuff.
Yes, you're taking risks. You're like, we don't have hot dogs, we have chili cheese dogs.
And they're like, did you know we
Pulled
also
pork.
we also got wine coolers? Like they kept trying to
Yeah,
add
you're
other
right.
shit.
That does sound like a specific barbecue.
They
They
tried
got
to-
chicken.
Yeah, they fancied up their lemonade, their Crystal Light
Yeah, and
into
they did
lemonade.
the fancy fire pit grill.
They're like, we have relish for your burgers, dudes. Shut up, dude. Jeremy already told us about it. Dude. All right. I don't know what's going on. That you're somehow trapped in a hell dimension where a guy won't stop singing. All you can eat is macaroni salad and beans.
He only drinks Capri Suns and warm waters. You open the cooler and it's warm in there. You're like, oh no.
I think I'd rather go to the F one, even though it's all bad stuff. It's like big Jenga, coleslaw, deviled eggs, an argument, a thunderstorm, and you got pished in a pool. But don't worry, you can keep your solo cups cold in your koozie,
Yeah,
full
you
of
put your-
Kool-Aid. And then you fucking eat shit doing the smush splash.
There's a thunderstorm and they put you in the pool.
And you get
drink?
struck by lightning. Oh, shit. That's good stuff. Oh.
Well,
Yeah,
amazing.
man.
I think we did it.
Amazing. Yeah, I think we did do
Anyway,
it.
guys, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Do all the YouTube things to us. Thank you.
Have a great Memorial Day.
Absolutely.